Hey, this is Pamela Riemenschneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and this is the Produce Reporter Weekend Review, Weekend Edition. Obviously, I'm on a trade show floor at the Southeast Produce Council's Southern Exposure. Helen, are you gonna say hi? It's a bit of a crowd. Not unexpected. Very well attended.
As it should be. It's the biggest event of the spring every year.
Yes, for sure. And I'm just swimming upstream like I normally say, but this has been a really lively show floor, and we've still got, I think, 3 hours to go. But this morning was probably one of the best sessions, like a general session I have ever seen. They pulled in someone who has been involved with greenhouse growing, controlled environment agriculture, and venture capital to really lay it out there and talk about some realities with vertical farms. And it was 45 minutes of everything you've ever wanted to hear about what's going on with vertical farms and profitability and bleeding edge and where the industry is going. It was fabulous, and I'm still like, it's still like buzzing around in my head. And everyone I've talked to who was at that session was like, can you believe some of the stuff that she was, sharing with us about? I mean, she has a theory, and this totally goes along with a lot of what we were saying, is that most of these guys are not profitable, and they won't be profitable for a long time. And she put them in 3 categories. And one of them was the dreamers, the ones who want to do all kinds of cool things indoors. One of them was the squanderers, the ones who raise a bunch of venture capital and don't actually farm. And the third version is the builders, the ones who are actually going to build the industry and make it work. She also said she thinks that strawberries are going to go indoors, primarily indoors, in the next 20 years. So
it sounds like there was a lot of discussion on economies of scale, which is the thing that we've been paying attention to, because for them to compete with field grown, they have to have huge volumes in order to satisfy our retail contracts, and they have to be able to produce it in big enough quantities that they can become profitable. So she addressed those things.
She did address those things, and she says that one of the ways that they're going to do it is either finding a way, because the energy is a huge issue with a lot of these farms, and the other way that they're going to do it. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi, Pamela.
Hi. Another way that they're going to do it is to have even smaller micro farms, but more like, like a small container on the street corner, 20,000, like a Starbucks location. That would be a farm, and that would create the scale that they need and the locale that they need. But right now, trying to build these huge farms, they're not profitable because they cost too much to operate. So, wow.
So having a lot on street corners, then retailers would have access to something basically within their community. Is that right?
Yeah, that was closer to what she says could be the future of them if we're going to reach the scale that we need to. I'm still running it over in my head, and I will definitely be going over this for further analysis as we go on. But one of the best sessions that I've ever seen talking about CEA.
Well, I think that's really interesting on strawberries, because anytime that I've had greenhouse grown strawberries, they have been incredible quality. And in fact, probably better quality consistently than field grown, because field grown, I mean, there's so many seasons and varieties, and you never know which one you're going to hit and which ones are going to be good. And the consistency of greenhouses is really outstanding, but I never see them in grocery stores where I live. I only get them at trade shows.
The only place that I've ever seen the really good indoor strawberries was actually in Detroit, Michigan, which is really close to the innovation for those in Leamington. So that totally made sense to see those. But in general, the ones that I find at the store aren't the really intensely flavored ones that we keep reading about and that we keep getting to try at shows like this. So somewhere, somehow, we're going to have to find a way to get those at scale and in people's hands, because that would convince people that those are the ones that are going to revolutionize the industry. no disrespect to outdoor, because I absolutely love outdoor strawberries, but you're right, they are terribly inconsistent, and it's not getting any easier to grow them outside.
No, that's true. So before we let you go, what are you seeing on the expo floor that's wowed you so far?
So far, the things that have wowed me, and we've talked about this before, giant blueberries. I saw a blueberry that was this big, and it was so crunchy. So it not only had the size, it had the texture and the flavor that people really enjoy. And then I also saw, and this is tangential to produce, but boiled peanuts that were amazing. And Ross is gonna have to say hi. He's a habitual.
What's up, Greg?
This is a
Another
Star Trek
Johnson.
theme. Another Johnson. Johnson convention. So boiled peanuts from the South Carolina booth. There was a. You're good. I'm pointing at myself, so you're all right.
I think we're just sort
So, and then a lot of salad kits, a lot of indoor farm stuff. They're really pushing that hard. And then new flavors of juices. There's a whole, I'm going to walk through it for a TikTok, of innovation stations where there's just little tiny booths where people are pitching brand new products. And there's a lot of new juices, new flavors of juices, immunity, functional type things. I'm seeing a lot of that action as well.
Well, as we learned from the Anne-Marie talk and FMI report, people are still going crazy for value added, even though there's such an inflationary pressure at retail.
Yes, and salad kits for me, even like anecdotally, I'm a big salad kit fan because it's cheaper than going to a restaurant, tastes just as good as a restaurant, and we will eat it all and then waste less. So there are a lot of compelling reasons to eat stuff like that and to add to the innovation of it.
Okay, well, I think we should let you get back to wandering without a camera and saying hi to all our friends.
All right. Well, that's it for the special edition of the Produce Reporter Weekend Review from the Southeast Produce Council's Southern Exposure in Orlando. I'll see you later.